When owners bring dogs into me for different injuries and conditions, a lot of times they're not sure where the injury is actually coming from. And they don't know where to look. They can just tell something is wrong with the dog. They're not acting their normal self. And as a result, they bring them in to get them looked at. So what I'm going to tell you today is how to identify what area the injury is coming from with a very simple way to do that. So you can start looking and try to identify exactly what the issue is. Obviously, people understand when their dog's not acting themselves. They're not doing certain things. They're not coming down the stairs. They're not jumping up onto the couch, just like Bo did here. He's a lazy guy today. But, there's reasons why that happens. And there's certain areas of the body that have to be used to do those tasks. So for example, coming down the stairs, if your dog does not like to do that, it's typically a front end issue. Anything where the dog is decelerating, so trying to brake, it's typically going to come through the shoulders and they're going to hesitate to do that. Another common thing for small dogs actually is jumping off of furniture. They're hesitant to do that. They might yelp or they might come up lame and limp a little bit when they do jump off. So that could potentially be the lower neck. It could be the shoulders, but it's typically in the front end. Now, if you want to isolate things to the back end, typically what we're looking for, some of the signs are your dog won't jump into the back of your car. It will stare at you and ask for a helping hand up. They won't jump up onto couches, furniture of that nature. They'll sit there and will wait. And even some smaller dogs, they'll try to get help up the stairs, so they might bark at the bottom of the stairs. Those are all indications that something is typically happening in the hind end. That could be anything from the low back, it could be the hips, it could be the knee, anything back there. But this allows you to isolate either the front half of the dog or the back half of the dog. And when you can take the time to actually look and focus on one area, typically in with a little bit of palpation or a little bit of outside help, typically you can figure out what it is pretty darn quick and what you should do to improve that condition, or at least monitor it to see that it improves, or if it is getting worse, go get some professional help. So hopefully with telling you guys that, you can now identify either it's the front half of the dog or the back half of the dog, and then hopefully with a little bit of palpation, you can isolate the area. And if you can't, at least you can monitor it and see if it's getting worse. So then you can go and see your vet or see some other professionals for some help to try to get your dog better. See you in the next one.